Sure. Alright. When last we left our chosen, Vickle left the hospital to go meet back up with Mirrodin, who was at the magic shop, reading some of his demonology book. Farah, having to go do her errands, kicks both of them out, telling them to go read at the public park or something. The two of them spend most of the day studying demons and different types of them. When the sun was close to setting, Vickle decided to head home, well, to the slums. To his surprise, he saw Mirrodin running towards him from down the walkway in the park. Looking down, he saw that he was stabbed in the back by a large needle, which nearly killed him. And behind him was another Mirrodin with an ear-to-ear grin on his face. Vickle and the real Mirrodin get surrounded by unholy creatures wanting to kill them, specifically Vickle, as well as the fake Mirrodin turning out to be some winged monster lady. A battle ensues, and the party isn't doing too well until a mysterious man, later to be known as Ryu, appears to save them. After some big flashy spells and attacks, the party defeated the assassins, and Vickle collapses on the ground. Quickly, Ryu lifts him up and carries him to the hospital. Agatha sees the state he's in and brings him into the emergency room with Ruby. She performed heart surgery to remove the needle, but it was a close call. If it wasn't for the help of a mysterious drow woman standing outside the window, Vickle passes over to the other world and meets the soul of the deceased guard captain, Zark. He tells Vickle that Lune is their only hope at stopping Bykeen, as well that he should make peace with his mistakes and try to make amends for them. The drow is then introduced as Talus, and immediately hate blames Vickle once she learns about the type of person he is. The party is given a room to sleep in, but Agatha and everyone else do not trust this Talus. And where are we? Mirrodin, you've been awake for the last 4 hours. You saw Talus head out to go do her errands, and she said you might come back to maybe help Vickle. Maybe. There was a big emphasis on the maybe part.
There is reasonable doubt then, okay.
Yeah. Vickle, you begin to wake up. You're kind of stiff from dying, you know. Circulation is, I mean, you got healed. You were on the verge of dying. You weren't fully brought over to the other side. It wasn't for heart surgery right away, and
it's like phantom pains, basically.
Essentially, like if you lost the limb, but you still feel the limb, but your body feels like it's supposed to be dead, but it's alive. Barely. You see Ryu kind of just leaning at the side of his bed, or at the end of his bedpost. And he's kind of just like waiting for you to wake up. You notice on his shoulder is a small little dragon, a red-scaled dragon. Not a pseudo-dragon, like an actual dragon, but it's the size of an actual pseudo-dragon.
Would it be a nature check to check what kind?
That would be a religion check.
Alright. Where is it?
Should be like in the middle, I think.
It's near the bottom. I found it.
Really?
Aha!
You haven't met too many of them yourself, but you know that Ryu is a warlock, and the being on his shoulder is actually his patron. Not a god, but an otherworldly being. Have a nice sleep?
I still feel like part of me is missing.
Well, you did die, so that's to be expected. Anyway, we have a lot of work that you need to do.
Alright.
You remember... Do you remember what I told you yesterday?
I gotta take care of a bunch of jobs, yes.
Yes. And I'm assigned to help you. You kind of feel like some disdain to him saying that. Like, it's not his profession.
Yeah.
but it's what he's hired to do.
I'm gonna try and limber myself up before we do anything. I'm gonna do some push-ups or
Okay.
attempt to.
First roll a con check
Alright.
that you're getting up.
Con check.
14.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, you're mostly just stiff. You're not too bad. Your body's still kind of getting back to what it was before getting stabbed through the heart.
Yeah, just give me a minute to limber up.
Okay, do an athletics check for some push-ups.
Alright,
Alright. You spend like half hour, you do some push-ups, sit-ups, and drink a bunch of juice. And,
get my protein!
Protein and vitamins. So yeah, you do like a morning exercise, you get yourself, nice and limber. You're feeling a bit better. You won't have any penalties with those average rolls. So yeah, you notice a lack of talus here.
Where's the nosy one?
Looks to Mirrodin.
Mirrodin just shrugs his shoulders. I honestly have no idea where she went. I didn't really want to follow her. I didn't want to be a creep that way.
Yeah, let's get to the jobs then.
Alright, so you are free to go do whatever you want to do first, but like going to do jobs is kind of what is the task placed upon you.
Yeah.
Specifically onto Vickle, like Mirrodin, you can essentially go do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to, but considering that you traveled so far to find your friend, only to find out that he died, and then the person who was disguising as you almost killed someone else just as you arrive.
Yeah, Mirrodin definitely feels like he owes Vickle something.
Okay. So with that, you're gonna go with Vickle to go do jobs?
Yes, I will offer Vickle my services and my protection. If you'll have me, of course.
I just look at you and I don't say this aloud. I nod at you, but I'm thinking all the time in my head, right, the squishy person wants to help me.
Yeah, and also, that squishy person is technically a new person. You'd never met him before.
Yeah.
So everything you experienced.
The person who looks like you just tried to kill me. And this person's trying to offer me help.
So there might be a bit of social distancing here.
Oh dear.
6 feet. Alright. So, heading to the Heroes Guild, unless you wanted to make another stop first?
I don't need to. I didn't even have a chance to use any of my healing potions last time.
Mm-hmm.
I think I lost 1 arrow.
Vickle,
Oh no, 6.
Yeah, because you weren't able to retrieve them. And at this point, that area's been cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm good with 79.
yeah, you have more arrows than any character sheet you ever have, you and your fucking quiver. Surprised I didn't get rid of your quiver, but I was like, it's just the ammo holding thing. It's not that great.
Yeah.
But I was like, I put it there, I was like, he's gonna keep trying. But I was like, oh no, I want this many quivers at all times. Like, oh my god, just take the one quiver and just put it all into one resource slot. Jesus. Anyway, Vickle, as you're leaving the hospital, you do get a message in your head. It's from Meki.
Okay.
And where is my thing?
Who did you say it was from?
Meki.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, she tells you that your bow is ready, she thinks, as well as the glove.
Cool.
So,
Alright, on my way to the Heroes Guild, I'll stop by there.
yeah, because it's literally on the side of the road there.
Yeah.
Alright, so Vickle, and I'm guessing Ryu, because he's kind of
Following me.
Yeah, no choice.
Ryu, I just got a message from in my head to go pick up my bow, so I just have to make a quick stop.
Roll a persuasion check. 8. I don't think his insight, fine, but be quick about it, May. -1.
You got worse roll than me.
Well, he has a negative modifier. Yeah. Let's see here. Country village. There we go. Alright, so you head on down to the Tinker Shop. I'm guessing Mirrodin's going as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright, because you haven't been to the Tinker Shop before. Well, I mean, the player haven't been to the Tinker Shop.
Nope.
Mirrodin, this is everything is new to you right now. Again.
Yes.
Yeah, alright, so you enter inside. And Vickle, last time you saw Meki, she was working on basically like a lobster designed submarine.
Yep.
Right now, what you see is something different. Meki is currently working on building a full-on lobster mech suit.
What the hell?
Out of the submarine that she was originally working on. Yeah, you see her in like the pilot seat of the lobster submarine, which is now being converted into a mech suit. You see like big claw hand hoisted up on chains, several mechanical legs attached to like a conveyor belt. She sees you, yo, building robots here. She's like working on like programming the cockpit. Oh, Vickle. Oh, yes, right. She backflips out of the cockpit. Your bow. It's where did I leave it? She's like looking around. Oh shit, where did I put it? She's pointing around. She has literally her entire workshop designed to be just like a mech suit garage now.
Alright, I'll try and assist her investigation.
Okay, roll with advantage investigation, because you already rolled. Yeah, so she's like pointing around at like the workshop tables, right? And most of it's just like machine parts for the mech, but then you see your glove, right? And then next to it is a weird object. It kind of looks like a bow, kind of looks like something else.
Is that it over there?
Ah, there it is. She runs over to you. She grabs the bow. I finished it, I think. I'm not quite sure. I've also upgraded the glove.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna get the sheet. It's a completely different item now.
Ooh, fantastic.
Yeah.
In the meantime, like Mirrodin's just like flitting around the shop, like looking at everything.
In the mirror time? What?
In the meantime.
In the mirror time.
In the mirror time.
Alright. Alright, so she kind of like just grabs the bow and shows off like how it works. This is a completed version of the Overdraw bow, customized by Meki for fun times. This mechanical bow, she opens it up, like she unfolds it basically, and it's designed with 3 arrow draw slots.
Ooh, wow.
It's also been shortened slightly to compensate. Like it, when it's folded, it kind of looks like a arm-mounted like stabbing weapon, like a large pile driver weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But when she unfolds it, the arc of the thing has been shortened, right? But the center is widened, so it looks a little weird. Because like the middle part opens up and it extends a little bit to show extra slots for drawing arrows.
Okay.
Right. The middle of the bow curves back, curves into like a V shape instead of like a D shape like a normal bow. It's like a full-on arrow head almost. And then extend slightly to reveal the slots. You can load 3 arrows into this bow, but you can only shoot 1 per attack. It has several abilities. As a bonus action, you can shoot one of the side slot arrows.
Okay.
If you have all 3 loaded, right? The middle one is like your normal attack, and then there's 2 side ones which can be loaded for a bonus attack.
Okay.
Yeah. If the 2 slide slots are empty, it takes a full action to reload them, or you can just continue using 1 arrow at a time like normal. Right, that's a bonus action. As a bonus action, you can overdraw the middle slot to deal an additional damage dice when you take the attack action. You can also keep that middle slot locked in place and ready to deal immense damage on your first attack. However, wooden shaft arrows fired with the overdraw function break on impact. So you would need iron shaft arrows to use the overdraw function. But you can still use it like a normal longbow.
Arrows are cheap. I can just buy more.
Yeah. But if you wanted to, like say you're in a spot where you couldn't shop for a long time and you had a lot of fighting, you're like out in the field or something, iron shaft would be better because you can retrieve them after overdrawing. The bow can also transform into an arm-mounted spike for melee attacks and more portable transport, so it doesn't it's not this giant fucking thing that you have strapped to your back anymore.
Oh,
so it
nice.
Yeah, it folds up and it attaches onto the improved mithril lace glove, which almost looks mechanical now. Well, I mean it is mechanical. But it uses the glove, like where your hand will go in, it's still the glove, but then there's like all this other stuff built into it. And it's a bonus action to transform it into either bow form or pile driver spike form. And I will actually just give you the stats here. It's in your personal thing.
Alright.
Okay, it's Hydra Bow, because it holds 3 arrows. And then the Mithril Lace Glove, it's been improved. The bow can now charge the glove can now charge the bowstring with lightning, dealing an additional 1d10 lightning with your bow. This effect can be done, this effect can only be done once a day because it takes a long recharge. Done once a day when you take the attack action. You regain to use that done the next day. You must state you are using the effect before making the attack, though. And the glove has like a mounting slot for the pile driver for the bow.
Nice.
Yeah, and I will put that into your thing. There you go, improved mithril lace. Now we'll set that up in your sheet in a minute. So, yeah, those should serve you much better now. I've adjusted it to allow for better consecutive fire. Now, we never really had a price for the project on the table, but I think I can lend them to you for now. I think you're gonna need them anyway, and we could talk price later.
All right.
And as for that thing I asked you to look into,
yes,
forget about it.
You sure?
Yes. Once this whole deal's over, I'll have enough money to build the whole thing at once and complete it. Plus, the prototype that I needed to finish was flawed, and I already figured out how to fix it, so I'm gonna have to start from scratch regardless. Yeah. But I'm gonna go into your sheet here and set that up. It weighs about 8 pounds. And has the sylph string still.
Excellent. So every shot made is basically still a magic
Yeah.
arrow. Yeah.
But only while being shot.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and
As if I don't have enough resources anyways, you want to set it up, that thing up as a resource?
yep.
The mithril.
Yep. I'm gonna write it down as lightning charge. Okay. And I'm gonna put that at the top of your list here of attacks. Alright. Oh, and Hydra Bow. So you have 2 additional arrow slots. Okay. And yeah, that's it. Do you need anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
Alright.
Unless these two want something.
Mia's like, nah, I'm good.
Seeing that Vickle's done, he kind of goes over back to Vickle's side.
Okay.
I guess that's it. Thank you. And yeah, when we figure out a price, just let me know.
Yep. Alright, she goes back to the cockpit.
Her mech.
Yep. She's building a lobster mech suit.
Yeah, because we found all that shit in the underground.
Well, not just
All
that.
the stuff that was
Why did she
stolen as
go
well.
from building a submarine for exploration to a mech suit? Anyway, so onward to the guild, unless somebody else has a stop they want to make.
To the guild?
To the guild?
To the guild!
To the guild. Right. On the way to the guild, you see, just as like you're leaving the doodly doodly doo. Was it? What district is that? That is the. That would be the crafting district. Just as you're leaving the crafting district and walking down past the park, you see coming from basically like this direction, right?
Yeah.
Onto the street is Talus. Talus.
Fickle,
Yeah.
I need to talk to you. If that's okay.
A little busy. What do you need?
I wanted to apologize for yesterday. I had an experience with the last group of people that I was friends with where one person caused basically destruction of everyone else besides me, and as soon as I saw you and had heard your name through town and heard everything that had happened, I kind of just took it out on you. And I'm really sorry about that.
I'm gonna insight and squint at.
Yeah. Okay. Talus, you're not being dishonest, so it'll be a persuasion. Vigil, with your insight, you know she's telling the truth, right? She's not lying to you at all, but she doesn't seem to want to go into specific details. Essentially, I guess.
I just grunt and go forward.
Well, also, I would really like to help you if that's okay. To
I
repay you
stop
for
and
getting
look
so
at
upset.
I stop and look at Talus, and I'm like, I just stare at her for a minute, and then look at Mirden, and then Ryu,
I mean, to
and
be
then
fair,
back
I
at
think you could
Talus.
probably use all the help you could get right now.
Like,
Ryu kind of just like goes up next to you, puts his hand on your shoulder. He has a point. If I didn't show up when I did, you'd be dead. If
Yeah.
she didn't show up when she did, you'd be dead. If Mirrodin didn't show up when he did, you definitely would have been dead.
he doesn't say it or anything, but he's a quiet person, as you know, besides people he knows, and you've helped him out, but he still doesn't know you very well. He's basically thinking to himself, 3 brand new people I don't know are offering to follow me around and help me with jobs.
Well, Vickle,
I mean, put it like that.
roll an insight on that situation, essentially. That's funny.
Shit, you're
Yeah.
on point, man.
Yeah, I know. You come to a realization after what Ryu just said. Everyone's essentially taking pity on you. At least Ryu is. Because of how much you've had your ass kicked. Like, if this person didn't show up, you'd be dead. If this other person didn't show up, you'd be dead. Oh, and if I didn't show up, you'd be dead. So essentially, there's some pity being thrown at you.
I just heave a sigh. I kind of swing my head towards the road as an indication. Let's move on and start heading towards the Heroes Guild.
You suddenly come down with the crippling realization that you're not that great.
I don't say it.
I don't say it. But Ryu is inciting you. Why did I exit his sheet? What the fuck? Ryu.
Deception with my stone face.
Sure, go ahead. Ryu thinks it's like, well, you're just being focused. You got a 7.
Wow.
Hey, you know what's funny? You can lie to people now. Because you have proficiency in deception. It's just before you had a negative.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow, yeah.
You got better at lying. Oh no.
Can I insight him
I mean, if you want to.
to see why he seemed so down looking?
Yeah, he realizes he's not that great.
Ah.
He needs people to help him or else he's fucked. He came to that realization last night when he almost died. Mirrodin, you see you race through him. It's like he's paper
just
thin.
put up my hood, my armor.
Just put up your bat face hood.
Yeah.
I'm Batman. and you just sulk your way to anyway, after laughing behind his back the whole way, you all arrive at the Heroes Guild. And there you see Nancy, the old gnome lady that you met, Vickle, when you first started taking jobs. The one that's the secretary to Charlotte. Oh, it's you young folks again. Can I help you with something?
Here to do jobs.
It's kind of like, she has like that old lady face where like her mouth is always dry, she's always licking her lips. Charlotte is currently bedridden due to stress on his heart. Recent events have taken its toll on him, so I can take your requests if you have any, or I could give you jobs if you want. I think there's a few that could be done. She starts flipping through a clipboard. I'm doing my best old lady voice up.
Insight on Charles.
He's not here.
I mean, just the information.
Well, you'd be inciting her then.
Alright.
Yeah. You in the fucking high 20s. So now, first battle comes up. You're like, well, nat 1. There's another nat 1. I killed someone. You get the sense that, well, you remember at the hospital when the place got attacked, right?
Yeah.
Charles Doom was like almost ready to have a heart attack. So he's probably like the stress on he's old man too, right?
Yeah.
The stress on his heart might be a bit too much with him with all the stuff that's been going on. You saw him like heartbroken at the sight of his guild getting ready for a war and all this, like the whole recent events have been a bit hard on him, so he might be out of it for a bit. Yeah. I mean, you saw it firsthand yourself when he met you. Like, he didn't even know what to say to you after seeing his old friend just turn to paste.
Yeah.
It's not that he was blaming you, it's just like he literally was at a loss for words at the whole situation.
Oh yeah, I know.
Alright, so let's see here. Where is the question? So we have this one job. There's been some magical anomalies in the city. The mages haven't been able to determine what type of magic it is. It doesn't seem to be any known school of magic. There's been reports of these magical anomalies in several locations. The arena, the refinery, the farmland behind the cathedral, the road to the port, and the Old Town district. We haven't, with the threat of a demon war, and we need to figure out why there's magical anomalies in the city. So we don't want something happening during the war or at all. Plus, they're in fairly populated areas. So we'd like you, and she looks at the rest of you. It's like, oh boy, got another whole new team again. We'd like you and your team to investigate this. If you can figure, your job is to discover what it is, determine if it's a threat, and then stop it from being a threat if you need to.
Alright.
Do you think you can handle that, Beckle?
What else I can do?
Are you skilled at magic? Preferably magical knowledge?
Not really, no.
Are any of you skilled at magical knowledge?
Mirrodin tentatively raises his hand. I am, kind of.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Yay!
What about you, young lady? She looks at Talus.
She just kind of puts her head down. Yeah, I am. A little, I think.
Inside.
Okay.
Nope.
If you're trying to hide like anything, it would be a deception.
I mean, I'm not really exactly trying to hide it. It's more that she doesn't really know.
You know magic, but you don't know magic. It's magical knowledge, essentially.
Okay, yeah. I know magic knowledge.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Vicky's like she did magic on you, so she's probably magic. Right.
I just only know a little.
Does Ryu know magic? Ryu raises his hand. I know magic.
No,
I
I'm
am
sure he does.
brimming with magic. Well, anyway, you have 5 locations in the city.
I wrote down 3. Coliseum, the port, Old Town, and what were the other 2?
Here, I'll just do that. The arena, the refinery, the farmland behind the cathedral, the port road, and the Old Town district. Now, it's the road to the port, not the port itself. 'Cause that's like
Port Road.
a bit of travel out of the city to the coast. Alright.
Alright.
So yeah, that's the 5 places you gotta investigate. Which one would you like to go to first? You can can go to.
Well, seeing as we're near the Heroes Guild, probably the one behind the cathedral, the farmland.
Mm.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you can go to the farmland, or you can go to the Old Town District. Both are roughly the same.
Yeah,
This is where
let's go to the farmland.
farmland. All right. You can also split up if you want.
I mean, I'll head to the farmland to
Okay.
check it out.
Ryu's gonna.
And then I can take.
Yeah, you can go to a different place if you want.
Yeah. Ryu and I can go to Old Town.
Ryu's going with Vickle because he's
Oh, okay.
required to.
He's being paid to
I'll
look
go
after
with
me.
Meriden.
Okay.
I'll go to Old Town. I need to go. Yeah. Go to Old Town.
Alright, so we'll do Vickles first. Alright, the farmlands. So as you walk across the fields of wheat being grown, the farmland in the city is all wheat farms, wheat fields.
Okay.
You see several half-orcs tending to the fields. And
Lots of oatmeal in this town.
uh-huh. One of them stops what he's doing and he comes over to you. You see a half-orc man with no shirt on. He's got tattoos across his shoulders and his arms. He's got a straw hat and he wears like a beast tooth necklace.
Okay.
Can I help you folks with something?
Yeah, we got news from the guild. We're here looking for the magical know-how, or
Looking for the magical
wondering
know-how?
whereabouts. Not know-how. Wondering whereabouts the reports of the reports.
He's looking at you very confused. He doesn't understand what
Sorry.
fuck you're talking about.
We heard information that there was strange happenings going on around here, and we came to investigate.
Well, there's definitely been strange happenings. People say they've been hearing a child laughing in the fields. Not a single footprint been found, so I don't know much about that.
Yeah, that's creepy. Whereabouts have they heard it last? Can you show me?
It's been all over the fields. Not in a single place. The funny thing is, I decided out of my own curiosity to keep track of it after reporting it, obviously. They might be finally getting back to that. Being a guild member pays the bills better than farming, but farming's always been my life, so... Plus I own the farmland. I took the liberty of writing down in this journal how often it happens. Seems every 5 nights you hear voices in the fields. Child laughter, a couple arguing. One time I thought I heard a snake in the grass. But I think that might have just been my mind playing tricks on me.
I'll look down at Azure.
If a snake could shrug, he shrugs. Not him. he hands you the notebook, like the journal, where he has been recording like the timing. It's like it's been in the field here every night, or every 5 nights. There's been some weird noises. What's a better music for investigation? Have some good ambience. Nope, not that one. I'll just have the music on for now. Well, that's all I got.
Alright, hold on 1 second. Okay, when was the last occurrence of this?
Just last night.
So we just missed it then, eh?
Yeah.
Do you mind if we take a look around real quick?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Alright.
So that would be investigation. Is there anything specific you're trying to find, or you're just scouring the area to see if anything's out of place?
Looking for footprints specifically for children or animal tracks. He said he may have heard a snake wrestling around.
Yeah.
So can I roll a survival looking for snakes or something?
If you're looking for the snakes, you can do survival. But if you're looking for everything else, that'll be investigation.
I suck at investigation, so I'm gonna go with survival first.
Right.
And apparently I suck at that.
Yeah, with your +7. Hold on. Ryu's gonna help. That's what he's here for. You both kind of like spend about it's a big field, so it does take you some time. So you kind of split up. You do like one top, and then you got to do the bottom. You kind of meet back in the middle, and as you're walking towards Ryu, notice him trip over something. He's like, what the fuck?
Oops. You okay?
He crouches down. Vickle, come here.
Well, I'm already heading towards him, but okay.
Yeah. You see him crouching in the wheat, and he kind of like pulls like the wheat straws apart, and you notice horse hooves, big ones. Like they're shaped like horse hooves, but they're a little misshapen. But they're in the wheat field specifically, not like the tracks around it where they come by with wagons to pick it up. It's in the middle of the fields.
The hell?
Which is weird.
Alright. Begin following the tracks.
Alright. The tracks, they go north towards the arena, but then they stop, as if it just disappears. You're still in the field, but it's like it started pointing towards north. It only went like, 10, 15 feet maybe.
Alright, can I do a survival check on the hooves?
Yeah, sure. Like I said, it's very large horse hooves, but they're a little misshapen, like something altered.
Unnatural?
Yeah, they're a little bit unnatural, or maybe damaged, or maybe they had something on their hooves. It's hard to tell. But with that survival, that's all you can really tell.
Alright. Hey, Rio, you sense anything magical about this? Like, the prince kind of just disappeared.
He does sense something. He kind of just rubs his hand across the prince. And he closes his eyes and he focuses a bit. And he kind of just snaps back to reality a second. He looks at his hand, and there was almost this burning look to his hand, and then it disappears.
Yeah, that's not weird.
Infernal.
That's not good.
Horse hooves and infernal. Looks at you. I don't really know what that could be. A devil, maybe?
Got some information, possible.
Well, that's something to write down. Infernal horse hooves.
Yeah. One sec. I wrote something down. Where was it?
Was it the different voices that you heard? Or that the farmer was telling you about?
No, the information about different demons that I read in the book.
Oh, we have that.
I wrote it down somewhere, but now I can't find it in my thing.
History with advantage, because you learned about this? So 18. You would know that demons have nothing to do with the infernal. That's devils.
Alright.
Two different things. Two different realms. So the
So we
stuff...
got demons and devils running around the town then.
Well, you got demons on, like, the horizon that are approaching, but you have devils in the town right now.
The Some City, eh?
Yep. Regretting every second since the day I showed up.
Where did the information go? Because I wrote it down.
Let me see.
In my character sheet, and I can't find it.
Yeah.
Heist the Mackie.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it here in your sheet either.
That's weird. Literally, I wrote it all down. I'll have to rewrite it down again.
Yeah, it's not in your notebook either. Yeah, I'll give you that information afterwards when it's needed. I'll just put it in your sheet later. So yeah, with that, not really anything else here. You kind of, like, the trail dies, so you can't really, like, do anything else now.
Yeah.
But where do you want to go from here?
How tall is the cliff here?
You wouldn't be able to walk there. You'd have to go around.
I know. Like, how tall is it specifically, though?
It's a bit of a slope, and it's hard to walk on. But it's, like, over 100 feet.
Okay, no worries then.
Yeah.
I was thinking if it was only like 30s or something feet, I could use my grappling hook and just climb up, but...
Yeah, no, it's over 100 feet tall, so if you fuck up, you're falling down that.
Yeah, no.
So you'd have to walk around. So you want to go to the arena? Or...
Yeah.
Alright.
Chase after that thing. Possibly.
Alright. But we'll go to Talus and Meriden.
Yep.
So, down in good old town, you've been wandering the streets, Talus. You were recently here.
Yep.
There's not really much to see here. This is mainly just where, like, the elderly and retired live. It's mostly quiet and peaceful. Yeah, except there's one area near the Undercity, like just down the street from it. There's some damaged buildings and damaged concrete. Let's see here. Where do you want to start? Like, or how do you want to go about investigating?
First, what exactly are we doing there?
Well,
like, I know that we're doing a job for him, but were we told what the job was?
Yeah, you're investigating magical anomalies in certain areas of the city. Like,
look for ghosts.
Is essentially just determining what's causing the anomalies and if it's a threat, and to deal with it if it is a threat.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It's mostly just search around.
I guess, Meriden, do you want to find some people and we can ask them questions?
Sure.
Okay.
We can probably, like, start on... Like, do you want to split up? And, like, you take one half of the town, I take the other half of the town?
Door-to-door knocking?
Yeah, door-to-door knocking.
I don't think people would accept me very well that way.
Oh?
People don't really like drows that much.
Oh. Okay. Mirrodin doesn't really understand. He just kind of nods and accepts what she says. He doesn't know a lot
Yeah.
about drows.
Drows are usually like kept to themselves underground and don't see people much, so people don't really like us because most drows worship the Spider Queen lady.
Spider Queen?
I can't remember her name.
Roll
Spider Queen.
religion.
Like me myself, I can't remember her
Yeah, that's
name.
why I'm gonna say roll religion.
Okay. Okay.
You would when you met Misty that one time,
Yeah.
she told you about like how most drow worship the Spider Queen Lolth, and she's fucking
Yes.
evil. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it. Lol.
Oh, well then, Talus, do you also worship the Spider Queen?
No.
No?
No. I left and I was in a group from a town and I'd never really got along with that idea. That's why I don't live with the drow.
Hmm.
So I would prefer to stay with you just to make sure
Okay,
no one is rubbed the wrong way.
sounds good.
You gotta wander around knocking on doors.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Or just, would anybody be walking around that we could just like run into?
Not so much lately with the threat of war. Most people are. And this is the elderly part of town, so most people are staying inside.
Okay.
Right, so
Knock, knock, knock.
roll investigation, both of you.
Okie dokie.
Well, I clicked on it, it didn't roll. There we go. Oh, sorry. It didn't
So
work the first time
11
Oh,
for
and
me.
10. No inspect for investigations.
Oh dear.
So you go around and who is an old person that I have in this city? Hold on, I have some old people. I have to bring out the elderly.
Kicking and screaming.
Bring out your dead.
Bring out your virgin.
I'm assuming that we went like up this road to get there.
Yeah.
I would
That's the
assume
quick.
Okay.
so.
Yeah, that's the way
Yeah.
to go from there.
So we're like on this side right now.
Yeah, you're like
Mhm.
roughly about there right now.
Okay.
Kind of
Just
just
checking.
curves, and it's mostly just houses in the middle or around it.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where's my elderly people?
They
There
all
has to be
died.
like some. There has to be some elderly people like on their porches, like making sure that
Right.
like, no
There is. I'm just
no
trying.
kids step on their lawn.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I have actual NPCs that live here, and just trying to find where I put my elderly. Oh no, I misplaced the elderly.
They all died. They just died.
Oh god,
They were
where's
too
it?
old. They got scared by the ghost.
Where the fuck did I put them? I had a list for them.
They disappeared like my notes.
Probably.
I swear you could hear me typing it in.
I know, you type,
those notes.
You type very loud.
It was even recorded, the typing sound.
That's why you don't put ghosts in your game, because then they come to life and steal things out of it.
Yeah, they start booping all your stuff. I'm like, hey, you stop that. No, that's the nobles. Oh my god, why do I have so many folders now?
I mean, we can just walk on around to the Undercity entrance and investigate there if
Well, it wasn't the
talking to people is a problem.
Well, it wasn't the Undercity itself. It was Old Town on the surface.
Right, I meant like right in there.
Oh, you mean like the guards guarding the entrance?
Yeah, just find some other people to talk to.
Okay. Yeah, I
If you
can't
can't.
find where I fucking put the elderly. I've misplaced our elderly now. Graham is dead.
So we're gonna walk around to this way.
Alright.
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to
Basically.
some officials.
It's on
Yeah.
recording now. I misplaced the elderly. Great.
Yeah.
Great job. Great job, Jordan. Anyway. So
Edit your video and just delete it.
yeah, just fuck this thing. Yeah. Anyway, so you go to the entrance of the Undercity where the guards are. They would probably be more knowledgeable anyway, since they're here all day, every day.
Okay.
So you head up there. There's City Guard and Heroes Guild, just like they're lower members. They're just standing guard most of the time. Who was it? I actually had a race with a name for the two guards that were here. I think one was a Goliath and the other was a half orc, or one was a Warforged. I can't remember. They're like big bulky races. No, I think one was a short guy, and one was a tall guy. We'll just say there's a dwarf and an elf standing guard, bickering each other all day.
Don't get much looky-loo around if they're arguing all day.
Well, I mean, they're here all day, every day. And elves, they're keen eyes. They probably see. What does their elf eyes see? Anyway, so you go up and ask them, how do you approach?
Just like wave as I walk up. Okay.
Mirrodin also
We have
waves.
some questions.
The dwarf is all ready for battle against the drow that's approaching him.
Just like put both my hands up in like a submissive kind of like I'm okay. I'm not attacking.
Hey now, Mirrodin says. We just want to ask some questions. We're not here to cause any trouble or to start a fight.
See, Meriden? Told you. People don't like me.
The elf kind of just like makes the dwarf man like lower his weapon. Arthur, stop it. We're supposed to be standing guard, not pointing weapons at people.
We were wanting to ask you guys about the disturbances and that's been happening.
Oh, you
The
mean
weird
like
going-ons.
Oh, you mean like the mutants running around, causing trouble, attacking people, turning into goo?
Mutants?
The like ghosty ones.
Ghosts? No, now there's ghosts. The dwarf kind of just like flops his hands in the air. Oh, fuck this. Pardon my coworker. We don't know nothing about ghosts, but there have been. Old Town's supposed to be old and peaceful, but there's been a lot of disturbances here in the last few months. There was a large mutant that attacked a few months back. From what I know, it was dispatched pretty quickly, but it did cause some property damage. He kind of like points down the street to where like a lot of buildings were damaged. There's like a bit of a crater in the ground and bloodstains everywhere.
Lovely.
Yes, a group of people came from the Undercity entrance right here, and one of them turned into a mutant. So they stationed us here to make sure an incident like that doesn't happen again.
But you said that happened a couple of months ago.
Yes, a couple months ago.
Is there anything current that's happening?
No, but the fact that it happened, they're not taking risks. Also, throughout the city there have been incidents of people turning into mutants, people turning into strange, almost elemental creatures. This is all due to the crime. This is all due to the crime syndicate, mind you, but it's always at random. It's like they're trying to spark chaos.
That sounds like something that a crime syndicate would do.
Yes, we've been dealing with them for years. Anyway, you said you were investigating an incidents, disturbances?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I myself haven't heard too much, but some people say that when they walk by the battlefield they see visions. scary ones. Ones where they see the fight unfolding in front of them, but then it disappears.
The one that caused the crater back there?
I would assume so.
Interesting.
Almost like a residual effect.
Possibly. I don't know quite enough about magic to really give you much information, but I've tried going there myself, and I saw this massive six-armed creature fighting a group of people. And then this guy, Arthur here, doesn't believe me when I say that one of them grabbed the creature and suplexed it into the ground, killing it. Just trying to
Well,
be
with the
friends.
crater that's left there, it sounds like that's probably what happened.
It's just a bunch of nonsense this elf boy here is trying to feed you.
I mean, I guess the only people that would know would be the people there when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're long gone now.
Who can you see who all was there when you see the?
There was. I almost thought I saw the princess fighting against it. I saw a Goliath man hiding behind a merchant stall.
That sounds like Vickle.
When you say Vickle, he kind of just raises an eyebrow at that. Vickle? Of course he would be involved. He's always involved with things that are problems in this city. You have no idea how many of his messes we've had to clean up.
That's not surprising.
That causes Mirrodin to raise an eyebrow.
You hear Vickle typing furiously in the distance.
Typing his notes that will disappear.
Yeah, Vickle, you just sneeze. Yeah, no, he...
Well,
Go ahead.
I say to Ryu, somebody's talking about me behind my back.
If you saw what you thought was the princess, have you tried to talk to anyone in the royal family about it?
Well, it's not like we can really leave the city right now, and before they did an investigation on it. But, lower grunts like us don't really get, need to know information like that. We're just here to stand guard at the entrance, but when you have nothing to do all day and nothing happens all day, you kind of find a way to entertain yourself, so I went and wandered around. I tried to tell my boss about it, but he told me that it's already being taken care of.
Mirrodin, do you want to go see what they're talking about?
Okay. Very much so. I would like to actually maybe try to see some of these visions myself.
Let's go for it then.
Alright. So you head over to the battle site, and yeah, there's a lot of destroyed, it's mostly the surface outside of the buildings that have been damaged. There's still some dried blood stains on the concrete. Excuse me. Sorry, I was still eating. Let's see. You wander around. Both of you do a wisdom saving throw as you wander around the battlefield.
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah, Mirrodin, you feel like a slight disturbance in the atmosphere. There is some magic here. But
There's a disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's exactly what I was about to say.
But,
all of us were thinking it.
Yeah. Mirrodin, you don't see any visions or anything like that. Talus, you are not in this realm mentally anymore. Your mind kind of just leaves this, timeline altogether, and you are now watching the battle unfold in front of you. There you see a group of people running into this area from just up north by the entrance to the Undercity. You see Vickle. You see a blonde-haired chick in armor, in like a royal armor. You see, oh god, how many people were in that battle? You see a small, you see that child you met at the hospital, Luvi. You see a white-haired elf man. You see a tiefling girl in heavy armor fall to the ground in pain. And you see a red-haired girl in, like, some... God, what was she wearing? Trying to remember what Livy was wearing. Basically, just like
I think she still had studded leather on them.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about, like, their outfits to describe them.
Oh.
Yeah, you had, I think, studded leather or something on, but you had, like, she had, like, adventurer's clothing on her. You see a bunch of them kind of stop. You see the tiefling girl collapse into pain, and then you see her body just expanding, and 4 additional arms sprout out of her back, or out of her, like, sides. Her body extends to, like, upwards of 15 feet tall, 12 to 15 feet tall. Her arms become, like, long and lanky with reach to them, and she starts screaming and attacking everyone. Everyone engages with it. The battle...
Oh, you left Ruby out.
Huh? Oh, yes, and...
You left Ruby out there.
Yeah, Ruby as well, the red-haired girl in the hospital, next to Vickel's bed. You see all this fully happening. The battle kind of just covers the whole area. You see where, like, places are getting destroyed, and then they appear. Or places that you saw were damaged, you see how they were damaged in the fight. You see Ruby suplexing the creature into the ground, and it's slowly dying after that. You see Lumine, like, basically going Super Saiyan. You see Vickel constantly trying to yell out to the person, getting its attention, trying to convince it to, like, stop fighting, trying to get it to, like, snap back to its senses, but then immediately shooting it. And you see the red-haired girl with the adventurer clothes on, protecting the small child behind some buildings. And, yeah, the battle kind of just goes all over the place. But after it dies, the vision ends and you snap back to reality.
Holy fuck.
What happened?
So they're not lying.
Yeah, for you, Millerton, it's only been like a second that passed. For Talus.
Yeah, Mirrodin startles and Talus.
Yeah, for Talus, it's been like, 5 minutes or so.
So they're not lying about that. Did you not see anything, Mirrodin?
Oh.
Well, I saw Vickel there.
Vickel was here?
You're breaking up some. For me, anyway.
Yeah.
Damn it. Hold on. I will leave and run.
Hello?
Just waiting on her.
Yeah,
No.
I know. She come back in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vickel was here, and the redheaded girl from the hospital that was in the bed beside of him, she was here.
Mhm.
And the little girl from the hospital was here. And then there was another redheaded girl. A white-headed guy who went, like, super crazy with some power. And the one from the hospital is the one that they said suplexed the dude monster thing into the ground. She just, like, picked it up and slammed it.
Wow, so that actually happened.
But yeah, Vickel was yelling at the monster and then trying to get it to, like, not, because it was, like, this person that just changed into this huge monster. And so Vickel was, like, yelling at it to
There
try
was
and get
also
it to change.
Asher was also there, the snake. He was just slithering around.
Yeah, his snake was there too.
You did
And
restrain the monster at one point too, so.
every time he would yell at it, he would still shoot it. So, hi, come back to us. Then shoot it, because that makes sense.
Okay.
And then there was someone there with royal armor on and blonde hair that could have been the princess they were talking about.
That's possible.
That was crazy. It was like I was there while it was happening all around me.
Huh. Can Mirrodin check to see if there are like any spells in place in the area?
Yeah, you both can do an Arcana if you want.
Arcana check. Yay. Pew.
Talus, your mind's still like coming back to like reality.
Yeah.
So you're like seizure.
It was like 5 minutes for you. It was like 1 second in reality. Your head's like a little steamy.
Crazy.
But Mirrodin, you snap back through. Oh, sorry, no, that's the other thing. Arcana. Yeah, you, Mirrodin, you do definitely detect some magic here. It almost feels like illusion, but not quite like illusion. It's like, if you could compare it to a school of magic, illusion would be the closest, but it's not exactly like the way a normal illusion magic would work.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a residual effect of something that happened here, or something that was done here. But as like you're like reading into this, the sense of the magic kind of just fades completely. Like it's gone now.
Oh. Well, that's weird. There was magic here 1 minute, and then the next minute, it's gone now.
That is really weird.
Maybe it could be a person that is causing this effect? Casting a
Well, we
spell
were
in the area?
both here and it only affected one of us. So it's not affecting everyone that walks through. Because the little dwarf guy didn't see it. And the elf did.
The dwarf had stronger mind than the elf.
I have no idea what to think about this.
Well, it's just something to keep in mind. There's still other areas to investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just here to gather information. I don't know if we really need to
fix
solve.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, let's find something else to check out.
The closest place to you can get there from like a little shortcut there, is the refinery up north. Just up there. So that'll be the next place you're going, or?
Can I make conversation with her really fast as we're walking?
Yeah.
Before you flip back to... So, Mirrodin, do you have a place to stay while you're here?
Not really.
Well, I have a room in my house if you want to rent one from me. It's in Old Town, just right up the road.
Oh, you actually live here? That's cool.
Oh, well, I didn't, but since I got stuck here and I had some money from my last adventure thing, then I decided I might as well buy a house because I'm obviously not going anywhere for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go anywhere myself. The friend I came looking for has died, so I'm kind of lost. I was going to go off and see if I could help him with his problems, but yeah, that didn't work out. So, sure. Yeah,
I have some extra bedrooms. You're more than welcome to rent a room from me.
Probably beats spending a night at an inn or a hotel and all that
the
money.
Hospital
right?
again?
Yeah, the hospital again.
Or having to live in the slums.
Yeah, that I want to avoid.
Cool. Well, it's normally $25 a month for Old Town for rent, but I'm going to let you have a room for 15 gold a month.
Oh, that's really generous of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you also shouldn't be too worried about people judging you before they even get to know you. So, you seem like a nice person to me, regardless of your race.
Thank you. I was kind of glad that we came to Old Town and I didn't have to go by the cathedral because they really aren't too fond of drows over there. So,
Well, on
right.
to the refinery. We're done here
Yes.
Okay.
and finished with this weird illusion stuff.
Alright, so Vikal and Ryu, you head up to the arena. You kind of have to, like, to take the long way around. You're like, yeah, so close.
It's like only 100 feet away, but it's like vertical.
At the arena, you notice that the place isn't in use right now, as everything is more focused on the coming war. Happy days made a friend. Vikal, you see at the entrance, there's some security at the front entrance, but they mostly just seem like they're bored. There's 2 elf guys there.
Alright, before heading to the arena, I was gonna head down this way to see if I could pick up the tracks. And then head towards the arena.
Yeah, you can go around there. Roll a survival, because you know that it went in that direction. You don't see any tracks in that specific area.
Alright. And then back to the arena?
Yeah, back to the arena.
The board guards.
Yeah, there's some 2, like, board-looking guards. Like...
Oi!
They both are looking at you, but they're not responding.
Oi?
People's rude.
Vikal, maybe you should try greeting them politely instead of saying oi.
It is not in the best of moods right now, you know? He just sighs and like, hello, people. We came on behalf of the guild to investigate some weird things happening in the area. Have you heard anything?
They kind of like look to each other. Well, we have heard some noises echoing throughout the arena ever since it shut down, but we haven't seen anything.
Noises? Any specifically?
Specific. We thought we heard kids running around, but when one of us went to look, we didn't see anything. It might have just been kids playing pranks, though.
I think you guys should pay more attention to your job. Apparently the farmland down below here is having the same issues. And apparently there's devils roaming around the city.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage.
Ooh.
7. Roll just in case they miss. We were the ones that reported the noises here in the first place, so we do pay attention to our job. We're not mages, so if there's devils or magic at work, we're not qualified for that. We're just here as security. Don't go telling us how to do our jobs. But if you want to go take a look, go ahead.
I was just about to ask that, so I
don't
head
go
inside.
stealing anything, because we will know. We pay attention. Vikal.
Never mentioned my name.
No, but you get a sense that they know you, as most people would know you, or at the very least of your history.
Yeah.
So you go on inside for you. You find the place is just like eerily quiet and empty. I mean, he is infamous around the city. Spend your whole life being a pest. People are gonna take notice. Yeah. Anyway,
There's only petty crimes before any of the big shit happened.
yeah.
Only the
No,
local guards would know. These guys are security for the arena, not guards. How would they know?
You don't know who they work for. And you don't know who they were told to look out for on their job. Anyway, as you enter, it's eerily quiet, not a soul to be found, but you do hear something throughout the buildings, or the building. Roll perception, though.
Perception.
Roll for you.
I don't hear shit.
Yeah, you're too busy saying, stupid people.
I'm just
Howdy.
grumbling incoherencies under my breath as I'm walking around looking.
Yeah, you hear a noise throughout the building, but it seems to be traveling around. You can't tell quite what it is, neither can Ryu. But it's like traveling around like the corridors around the arena. You have to investigate the building in order to like get closer to where the noises are coming or to encounter the noise.
Alright. Investigation. Even though I never did good at it, I am proficient with it.
Yeah, after like a couple hours of searching the building over, you can't really find any traces of that noise. Like the noise that you were following stopped. But then you hear another noise, a different one. You hear the clip-clopping of horse hooves.
Stealth.
Okay, roll stealth. Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
Yeah, you
I
see.
just kind of fade into the shadow.
I mean, it's broad daylight, but there is some like shade. It's not really shadow. You kind of just like you kind of like you hide away just to listen in on whatever the noise is. You hear clip clopping of horse hooves, heavy ones. You hear like this deep, all guttural breathing, and then you hear what I can only describe is sinister German accent laughter.
That's not specific or weird at all.
Yeah, that's totally not specific. It's the only way I can really describe it. Yeah, you hear that, and then you hear a big whoosh, and then the clopping stops.
Follow the whoosh.
Okay, roll.
While being stealthy.
Survival then. Yeah, you lost track of it immediately. You hear a whoosh, and then it was silence, and then you don't know what the fuck happened.
I was too busy trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, you're too busy hiding, not seeing. It's like you weren't paying attention to your job or something.
What about Ryu? Did he get anything from that?
Well, let's see.
Please?
From what he could tell, whatever it was took the air, but then disappeared. Like, took to the air, but didn't fly away. It more like just vanished completely.
What the hell is going on with this place?
Ryu is going to try to see if there's any magical anomalies. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, he wanders around. There was a faint sense of some sort of magic here, but then it completely disappeared. There was something here. I can't tell. It's too weak to tell what it was, but it's gone now. Just like that noise.
What is going on with this place?
Well, I don't fucking know. It's probably why they're having people investigate it, because nobody fucking knows. Also, that fucking voice, that laughter. I don't want to say Nazis, but...
Insight Ryu.
Go ahead.
See if he's getting the chills or something.
Sure, go ahead. Ryu is the bravest man on this planet. That is how you see him. That's 2 nat ones in a row. They're all wisdom-based checks,
Oh my
too.
god.
Say again?
They're both on wisdom-type checks.
Oh, fuck.
And you got...
And I'm good at...
You stealth when it wasn't really that important and you did it perfect. But it's like,
Oh
nope.
my god.
Survival, I'm good at that, I fail. Insight, I'm pretty good at that, fail. Ryu, he is like the bravest man ever. He's the manliest man that ever manned.
So why did you get hired for looking after me?
Well, I was hired for a different reason, but was told to assist you because my profession is going to fall in line with what you're going to be involved with.
Insight.
Actually, roll an intelligence check.
Oh, wow!
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you go.
Wow, he
Yeah,
finally
better.
does well.
I know. He does well.
With
Something he's
my
not good
0 modifier.
at. You remember the guildmaster mentioning that he hired the services of a slayer, and this guy Ryu, he mentioned that he is indeed the slayer hired by Charles-Dune.
Yeah.
But what you would know that slayers, they're basically professionals at hunting a specific type of creature, specific type of being.
Okay.
Ryu.
So what's your usual prey?
I'm not like typical slayers. I don't hunt a specific type of creature, like a fiend or a monstrosity or whatever. I hunt and destroy all corrupted beings. They could be any type of creature, but they are corrupted by evil. That is what I'm hired to deal with. And it seems you are constantly involved with dealing with that. Which is why I said, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a little insight, because I think he may have been hired to take me out if I hadn't gotten rid of the little curse.
Go ahead, insight. He was not hired to get rid of you. He's hired to make sure that the stuff you get involved with doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah. Onwards.
Onwards and up. Alright, where's the next... Well, we'll go back to the others now.
Yeah.
So you're going to the refinery. Oh, excuse me. So you two, you wander up to the refinery. As you wander through the industrial district and around the refinery, you notice this place is fucking bustling. The factories are in overdrive, producing as much metal and materials for equipment, enough to arm an army, even though their army isn't here. It's like this place is going to war or something. You see, like, just constant wagons going by with large containers being moved without end. It's going to be hard to do any investigation here because you'll probably get in the way of, like, the workers and all the vehicles going around. But do investigation with disadvantage. Oh boy. 13. Let's see here. You don't really find anything out of the ordinary, and with the number of people here, like someone would have mentioned something to you. You can try to sense for any out-of-place magic. It'd be an Arcana.
Sure.
Yeah, Meriden, you're like... You didn't, Meriden, for some odd reason, you don't sense any magic here. You smell like too much of the... You're breathing in too much of the fumes from like factories and stuff like that. Oh, you're going really robotic.
Shit. I'll just come back. Sorry.
Ro?
She left to come back.
Yeah, I know.
She said.
Yeah, she's back in.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Alright.
So yeah, Mirrodin doesn't do well around industrial or like around heavy machinery. He's a druid.
But Talus, you feel just for like a second there was this huge spike of magical energy in the area.
Interesting. Meriden, did you feel that?
No, what did you feel?
All kinds of magic for like a second.
Oh, I wonder if it was the same magic that I felt.
I don't know. It's too bad we can't like put it together and know.
Yeah. Too bad we both didn't feel the same exact thing. God damn it.
I know.
Talus, from what you can gather, it's unfamiliar magic. It was just like one massive concentration of it, and then it just disappeared. It's not. It doesn't feel like any school of magic that you know of. But if you were to compare it to something, it would be like a mixture of conjuration, illusion, and enchantment all put together.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, weird combination, but you don't really see what's causing it with all the stuff that's going on in the area. Like, you felt the magic, but you don't know what's causing it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like the battle site where you were able to determine that the magic was coming from the battle site itself. Here, there's too much shit going on, you can't really go investigating, and at this point you're kind of just getting in the way of people.
Yeah. Maybe we should move on to the port road, and maybe we'll run into Vickle there.
Yeah, good idea. Not a whole lot we can do here, especially if the magic has disappeared.
Yeah, like it's completely faded to nothing now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Port road!
Port road. Let's see here. Port road.
Demons and devils and bad things. Oh my.
What do you feel like? Well, you could talk about that when you meet up. Hey, you meet up at the port road from both sides.
Hey, it's Vickle.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab some water.
Do 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 do.
Silence.
Do.
All encompassing silence.
Awkward silence.
I'm just reading in the background and there's nothing happening in the game, so. I heard a microwave.
I did too.
Oh, that's my sister. Sorry. I didn't realize how loud that was.
I just figured it was from Jordan's house. That's okay. If we played earlier, you would hear my kid running in here every 5 seconds, wanting to tell me hey and give me a hug because I was on a call, and then ask what was happening in the
How
game.
old is it? How
She
is he?
is 9
Oh,
and a
she?
half. Yeah. Her name is Luna. She's my booger.
Just remember, you just said that on a recording.
And I call her my booger all the time. Because she is a booger.
How about boogers?
Luna's a booger.
Oh, yeah. Well, all kids are boogers.
See?
I mean, I was just walking back to my room. Dylan, he's like, hug, or he's like, dad, 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 dad. I'm like, what, dad, 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 dad. I'm like, use words, child. He's like, hug. I'm like, okay, hug.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her. We heard a microwave, and I told her if we played earlier, Luna would be in here every 5 seconds. Like, I want a hug. Hi. What are you doing? What's happening in the game?
All right, so you guys meet back up by the port road.
Yeah.
I
just sighed.
You're more like you didn't sigh. You're like.
More like a instinctive grunt.
Yeah. Okay, so you meet back up Port Road.
Well, what did you guys find out?
I relay the info about the arena and the farmland, the stuff happening every 5 days, and we almost but could not find anything in the arena.
We did hear a very scary voice at the arena, though.
Very scary laughter voice.
And an accent.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of horse.
The horses sound like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Since you know the apocalypse is coming.
You kind of just
I thought it was already here.
Were you kind of just like ponders on that a minute?
What it sounds like to me.
I just began with my
whole
investigation. What did you guys find while I was searching?
Well, there was a big hit spot, or a big, huge hot spot of magic at the refinery, but it went away really fast. And in Old Town, there is a spot where a battle happened that you were involved in, where some people that walk by it experience the battle all around them and see it happen.
Lucky enough to see this.
So I saw you yelling at this person to tell them to, like, come back and be good again, and then shooting them afterwards every time.
I just shrugged.
Anyway, that was weird. So.
All right. So as you walk along the Port Road, everyone do an insight.
Insight and microwave sounds.
Yes. You insight that microwave.
Mirrodin got high because he knows exactly where that microwave's from.
I am the microwave.
I am the real fake Mirrodin. Wait, what?
What?
No.
There's dozens of Mirrodins running around the city.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're talking about Mirrodin, now he's sneezing.
It just starts going to a sneezing fit. Anyway. Yeah, everyone except Vickle, you feel some form of aggressive intent towards you, but you feel it's all more directed at Vickle. Vickle, you don't sense anything.
The game is hating on Vickle today.
I know. It's like Roll20's working with me here. Yeah, it's like something has this pent-up anger towards Vickle. You don't exactly know where it's coming from. It feels like the area itself does not like him.
I just keep going forward because I don't notice it at all.
Yeah, you just
Vickle, you should stop. You should really not walk any farther.
Yeah, Vickle, what have you done?
Well, who have you pissed off?
I just look back at them.
Everyone.
I don't get it. What are you saying?
Like, who am I not pissed off?
There is some like really evil force here feeling like it's really pissed at you. Like, can you not feel that?
Yeah, you're in danger right now, Vickle.
Vickle, the only thing you notice is the increasingly strong smell of fish, as this is kind of where they sell the fish that's brought in from the port. It's like a fish market, essentially.
I gotta... One sec.
Where'd he go?
Huh?
Where's
Who?
You. What are you doing?
Looking at something real quick.
Oh, okay. Eat some more of my potatoes.
Just give me a second. Still. Sorry.
What is it
Sorry.
that you're looking
I
for?
didn't see. Well, I had this. You told me I had the ability to look for my favorite enemy.
Oh, yeah, Primeval Awareness.
That's it.
Yeah. Just click on that.
There we go.
Alright, beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action to expand one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expand, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you, or within 6 miles of you if you're in your favorite terrain, which you're not. So it's only 1 mile. You can detect aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. This feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or number, it's just if there is one. And which specific? Because you have 2, I believe. You have
Undead and Fiend.
Alright, so which
Fiend.
one? Fiend? Alright, so that uses a spell slot.
Yeah, I
And
marked one down.
you begin focusing for like a minute trying to sense fiends. Let me see here. You sense... It's when you sense this, because you've never used this ability before, so you're just getting used to doing this. You do sense something, but it's not all there. There is some sort of fiend of some kind, but it's not like completely here in this world.
There's a fiend in the area, but it's not here. I don't know how to describe it.
So, like in another plane?
Yes, but here as well.
Huh. Maybe that's what's causing all the magical stuff at the refinery in Old Town.
Would I be able to track it? This feeling with a skill?
No, because it says it doesn't reveal its location or number, so you wouldn't be able to tell. You just if it's within the mile.
Could I try to instinctively do it?
You can do a survival, like it's in the area.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Nope.
The spell blows Vickle's brain up.
Vickle, you pants. I'm just kidding. All of a sudden you have explosive diarrhea and you don't know why. Maybe you're allergic to fish or something. Yeah, as you're wandering around, it's like, well, I can't find nothing. Ryu is also going to do an investigation. Anyone else can do survival or investigation in the area? If you're trying to find a fiend, it'd be survival. If you're just searching the area for anything abnormal, it'd be investigation.
You're trying to find the fiend?
Yeah, like Vigil senses a fiend within the area, but he doesn't know exactly where it is or how many there is. So if you want to try to search for the fiend, it would be a survival. But if you want to investigate the area for like anything that's abnormal, like anything that would be causing something magical, then it'd be investigation.
Oh.
Let's see here. So Vigil, you failed. Ryu. Talos, you failed.
Mirrodin got a 23.
Well, yes, +8. Yeah, Ryu and Mirrodin, you basically come up to this, it's past some of the fish market stalls. You see like this broken down abandoned shack. Doesn't look like it's locked or cared about. It's kind of just like condemned. Yeah. You sense that you don't see anything here, but you sense like the fiend's presence is more stronger here. And Ryu, he was just investigating for anything out of place, and he found this. I'd imagine one of you would call the rest over since everyone else is like lost.
Yeah, I'm kind of wandering around.
Yeah. Mirrodin's like, hey, over here, guys.
Oh, what did you find?
This shack is super creepy and reeks of
evil.
fiend. Yes.
So it's not a love shack.
No. Mirrodin cast produce flame. Can I burn it down?
Well, yeah, hold on there. We need to investigate the inside. There might be something in here.
Mirrodin wants to burn it down.
You know, for a druid, you sure do love destroying things. Ryu kind of just like slowly makes his way inside. He's a little scared that this place might like fall on him.
Stealth?
Yeah, you can stealth if you want. That one on
Come
the other
on!
side. 14, you carefully make your way inside with him. Does anyone else go in as well?
I'll stealth my way in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I can.
I'm gonna stealth my way in too.
Look at them doing good rolls. So yeah, everyone goes into the shack, and what you see inside is a very depressing scene. You see an old dirty mattress, you see a shit bucket, you see a moldy cabinet that's almost ready to fall apart, you see a broken chair, and you see above the chair a rotted rope attached to the beam in the ceiling.
Oh, jeez.
But you don't see a body or anything. It's a very, very gross place, and it's kind of depressing to look at.
I grew up in the slums, so I'm kind of used to
This
this.
is
I'm
worse
just gonna
than-
investigate the
This is
area.
actually worse than the slums.
I know, but you hear stories of stuff like this growing up. Like, you get numb to it. Just the picture in general, you get numb to.
Ryu puts on
Seeing
a...
it is like,
Continue.
it's like, somebody was stabbed to death, somebody, couldn't make ends meet, he owed money to somebody, he decided to commit suicide, leaving behind his family. You hear stories of that.
Ryu mentions this was someone's home.
Yeah.
Someone lived in this. Anyway,
So investigate.
Ryu puts on a pair of gloves, first off. A pair of, like, leather gloves. He's like, yep, not getting infections today.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
I'll put on my
You're wearing gloves already. So.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
don't
like,
own
Sure to
gloves.
wash them.
your outfit would come with a pair of gloves, I'd imagine. You have
Yeah.
what was it, traveler's clothes, I believe, Alice?
Yeah.
No, Talus.
I have yeah.
Yeah, you would have a pair of gloves with that.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
investigation. Yeah, nope. Just nope for Bickle.
I just can't get a break.
Ugh.
Woohoo.
Someone finally.
Mirrodin and Ryu, you wander around. Ryu kind of opens up like the falling apart cabinet, and he finds like a old pair of like rusty brass knuckles. They look like they'll break in like one use. Right? They kind of just like, well, he'll put it in his bag for as like a clue maybe. Mirrodin, you go to the mattress and you find inside the mattress itself, like there was a cut open. You find a faded picture of a little girl with boxing tape on her knuckles, like on her hands. Right? And she has red hair. Like ruby red hair.
Hey, Vickle, do you know this person?
She looks
Walk over.
She looks about the same age as Luvi, but instead of like orangey, fiery hair, she has like a ruby red hair.
I do. I'm gonna insight to see if my character knows, but I know it's rude.
That would be an intelligence check.
Right?
Oh.
You don't. It looks like Luvi, but more like.
I said Ruby.
Oh, sorry, I meant Luvi. It looks more like Luvi.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but with Ruby's hair, essentially. The girl's also in the picture. The girl's standing next to what you assume is an adult male, but he's too faded away to determine any facial features. But the girl looks happy next to him.
I'll hold on to the picture.
As Mirrodin hands it to you, you notice something on the back of the picture.
Okay.
On the back of the picture, it says Fatima and Jasper.
You want to spell that?
Oops.
Fatima.
There doesn't seem to be anything else here, and the sense of the fiend itself is gone.
Alright. Okay. No luck in anything today. We've come up with like no leads to anything so far.
Well, I mean, you found like bits and
information,
pieces
yeah,
from each place.
Yeah.
It's just up to you to piece it together.
How about we walk out of this nasty, smelly?
Yeah,
like,
there's a rotted shit
hut.
bucket.
And burn
it.
Now, can I burn it?
I mean,
it's technically illegal to do in the city, but okay if you want to go to jail.
Mirrodin, we might need your help later.
It's not so much that it's illegal. I mean, for places that are still owned, yes, it would be arson. However, this is a condemned place that's, like, it should have been destroyed anyway. It's just a matter of, if you burn it down, it's probably going to cause, like, fire to spread to other places.
Yeah, Mirrodin can't really control that type of fire, can he?
No. Ryu cast fireball. He doesn't have.
I was thinking
fireball.
of calling lightning.
Lightning.
Just have like lightning in the house.
So where do you want to go to try figuring out this whole thing?
Pickle, do you know anyone that's very knowledgeable in magic we could go talk to? About all
Yeah,
of this?
the owner of the enchanted bookshelf.
Okay.
So you head all the way to literally the other side of the fucking city.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you knock on the enchanted bookshelf. It seems to be open still. You see light on inside. Do you
Hello.
come in?
Yes, yeah. Walk in.
Yeah, door opens, little doorbell thingy jingles as it opens. And you see Farah kind of just making supper for herself.
Hey, Farah.
Hi. Oh my, there's a lot of you today. What can I help you with?
I was wondering if you could give us your Arcana know-how. Some advice.
I'm gonna have to be a bit more specific.
We came across some weird things.
Well, welcome.
A lot of magic disturbances.
Welcome to Ruin City.
So we were tasked by the guild to find or investigate some weird happenings around the city. We went to the farms behind the cathedral, and we found footprints that didn't look natural, leading towards the arena. And from what I figured, they were demonic in origin.
They were infernal.
Infernal, sorry. Yeah. And in the arena, we heard weird laughter, a child playing, more sounds running away, and the laughter was just straight eerie.
Still sounds like the Horseman of the Apocalypse to me.
Same. And that's what Vickle and Ryu found. And do you guys tell what you
yeah.
guys found?
In Old Town, there was a area where a battle took place with a bunch of people, and for some people that walk by it, they get sucked into it and have a vision of the battle around them. And at the refinery, there was a big burst of all kinds of different magic for just a second, and it went away. And then at the port road, there was something that felt like it wanted to kill Vickle.
The creep shack.
No, I mean that is really narrowing things down.
Yeah, we
also found some creepy shack. It looks like somebody at one point in time wanted to kill themselves. There was news, but it felt fiendish in nature, like there was a fiend there but wasn't.
Oh, and Vickle or Meriden found a picture of somebody that Vickle has. Maybe she'll know who they are.
Do you hand the picture over?
Yeah.
Farah looks at this. Did you find anything else?
Besides the noose?
Ryu pulls out the rusty brass knuckles. She looks at the picture, looks at the brass knuckles. He said he saw visions of a battle. Who was in the battle?
Well, Vickle was there.
Vickle, you know of that?
And
did they describe the battle to me? They just said they saw vision.
Did you describe the battle?
Yeah, I described it because I said that I told him that I saw him there and he kept yelling at the thing to go back.
Yeah, he described the battle. Vickle, you know exactly what that battle was.
Yeah. That's when we were rescuing the princess from the crime syndicate.
It was the Princess Meriden. The elf was right.
Hmm.
Farah places the pitcher and the brass knuckles on the counter. Out of the people in that battle, who died?
Everyone besides Ruby, me, and Asher, pretty much.
The princess died?
The princess didn't.
Okay.
Luvi didn't die.
Yeah, the movie. Well, she didn't partake in the battle.
Okay,
She was
so
just there.
Okay, I'll ask again. Who died? Names. Fickle.
Livy. What was the name of the princess's guard?
Sasha.
Sasha.
Wait,
Well,
is she asking who
Livy
died
didn't
in
die
that
there.
battle?
Just
Yeah, okay.
Sasha died in.
No, she's
battle,
asking
but-
like out of everyone who was involved with that battle, who ended up dying? Not specifically in the battle, just like
Alright.
did people die afterwards?
Sasha, Livy, what was the Indiana Jones guy's name?
He wasn't involved.
He wasn't in that one.
Oh, okay.
That was later.
Ruby's unconscious. And that's it.
Ruby's unconscious, but did she die at one point?
Several, yes?
Was one of them after that battle?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 3 people who died that were involved with that vision. This picture, it's brass knuckles. What can you tell me about the 3 people that did die? I know about Livy. I don't know Sasha. And Ruby, I've met a couple times.
Yeah. Specifics about them, per se?
Yeah, like just like the types of persons they are, what they're like, any information to give her.
Well, Sasha seemed devoted. That's pretty much all I got of the righteous person. Ruby, she seemed like she wanted to turn her life around. She was wanting to. She had other plans originally, but I think I convinced her into starting up a training center for herself. All this happened. And you said you know Levy already, so.
No, yeah. See, the refinery, I'm not quite sure what to say about that one. And at the arena, you said you heard horse hooves and laughter of
Children's laughter, yeah.
And at the farms, you heard several voices. Oh, well, we've told of several voices.
Yeah.
A child's laughter, and a bickering
And
couple.
apparently, possibly a snake wandering around the.
So, child laughter, a bickering couple, and a snake wandering around.
I looked down at Azure again.
You know, oddly enough, that sounds like when you, Livy, Luby, Azure, and Ruby all lived together. You and Livy argued and bickered constantly. Luby was always running around laughing. Azure is a snake.
I looked down at Azure.
All the time there was visions. Visions of a battle. And the people in that house were involved with the battle. And 2 of them died. Oh, holy shit. The only thing I could think of is you have specters. Ghosts. Of people who died. People you know. I don't know who, but someone involved with that battle who died is haunting the city in places that had some past connection to them. And based on this picture you've given me, this little girl is either Livy or Ruby, but I would imagine based on the brass knuckles and boxing tape, it's Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby's ghost is haunting places that she's been to or done something or had a strong earthly connection to.
But she's still alive. Is her soul not connected to her body or something?
That might be why she hasn't woken up.
I mean, it
Is there a
does
way to
make
fix that?
sense. Yeah, how do we go about finding
How can you
it
get her soul back?
and
Well,
connecting
something is
it?
preventing her soul from going back to her body. The only reason she's alive is because of the equipment they have at the hospital that's keeping her body stable.
Yeah.
Her soul just can't get back to the body.
So maybe these are 5 clues that we need to put together to get her soul back.
Well, I think it's not so much clues on how to get her soul back to her body, but more she's trying to send a message or contact you, telling you that she can't return. At least that's the only way
So we
I
have
could
to
figure it.
figure out what's preventing her returning.
You said you heard horse hooves. Was that involved with anything? Any of the stuff that is connected to this? Was there anything involving horse hooves, horses?
In reality, I can't remember. I'll have to do an insight for history.
That will be a history, yeah.
Yeah.
Vickle, one thing comes to mind, and slowly it pieces to the next thing, and then the next thing. You first met Ruby when you were trying to find your roommate, Phoebe, who was a centaur.
Oh.
Ruby died trying to help you get, revenge for Phoebe being killed. But you remember when you found Phoebe, she was already experimented on, didn't want you to see what she looked like, she hid in the shadows. And did you remember Spencer's words before he killed her? What he had done to her, and that what she could be if they let her live.
Which is not something natural, obviously.
No, something that could probably destroy the city.
And they did shoot her.
They killed her.
Oh, yeah.
But you remember when you fought Sasha when she mutated. She could regenerate. And you fought the other mutant, the one that was following you. He could regenerate.
Yeah.
If the same thing was done to Phoebe,
and she's been evolving all this time too.
She probably survived, and it's been months. So she's probably in a form that's beyond anything you've faced. If she's still alive.
Yeah. Oh, I relate the information about it possibly being my old roommate Phoebe, and how I found her originally. To the group.
That makes more sense than the, Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Well, I mean, essentially, they made their own, the crime syndicate.
Yeah.
How is Ryu taking this?
Ryu's like, well, it's what I was hired for, so.
If we gotta talk to whoever does the medicines are possible to see if it's possible to reverse engineer this.
They couldn't even figure out. They've yet to find out a cure for the other one that you fought, the one that was chasing you.
Yeah.
They found the one for the basic mutations, the initial
right.
forms, the one that Sasha was. They
Yeah.
have a cure
So-
for that.
Do you think that killing Phoebe would bring Ruby back? I'm asking Bickle.
It
Or
seems to be chasing
do
her
you-
spirit, per se.
Or do
She's
you,
leaving
do you
all
think
these
that
clues. From what I gather, she's leaving all these clues around different parts of the city. And wherever this, she shows up to do this, the Who's follow after. So
you don't think that the crime syndicate could have put any of this potion in Ruby, do you?
No, I don't think so at all.
Okay.
Besides, like when she was with me in all these incidents, like 100%. So, and if it was in Ruby prior to that, it would have acted already. So, besides, she's still staying in the hospital. I think she's
Yeah.
being followed by what may have been Phoebe.
Farah speaks up. From what you're saying, Vickle, from what I can tell, is Ruby's ghost is stuck in between realms and material and the astral. So her specter, her ghost, is trying to contact you guys, you specifically, as a call for help because she's being chased by something? This Phoebe? Phoebe! Your roommate! She's just like,
Yes.
she's just cluing in now. Phoebe, that's right. She died. But she
Yeah,
didn't die?
who gave me the. She was being experimented on when I found her, and we thought she was killed. They put a bullet in her head. But it only makes sense for some reason because the experiments could regenerate.
She's been
And-
alive this whole time.
And we didn't know.
Maybe the sinister force we felt at the port road was Phoebe. Wanting to kill Vickle.
Maybe she feels it's Vickle's fault. Maybe she's vengeful. Phoebe was never like that, though, from what I remember.
She wasn't.
She was everyone's friend. She was like the most purest soul ever. But then again,
Death can change people.
yes, and also the experiments it warps their mind into something else.
Experiments?
Yes. The city has dealt with a lot of drug problems that give you a different type of high.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I really came to a dangerous place, didn't I?
Those who aren't compatible turn into undead. Those who are either turn into a new form of elemental creature that they created, or into a powerful, almost unstoppable mutant.
That's what was in Old Town in the vision that I had. Was a mutant thing.
So we
Because
need
it was
to
a person to start with.
We need to contact Phoebe's soul, her specter. Bear runs to the back of her shop.
I still got some of her stuff in my. It's currently in the chest here.
Can we
need to
contact Ruby's soul too?
We
Farah
need to do a
yells out.
seance.
Yeah, Farah's actually yelling out, "I'm getting stuff for that right now."
Seance.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she comes out with like a shit ton of candles. Gather anything that belonged to Phoebe or Ruby. If we're contacting a ghost, it's going to be Ruby. Phoebe's alive.
Well, I got Phoebe's stuff.
Yeah, but that wouldn't help. You need Ruby's stuff. She's the ghost. But you have a picture.
Well, the picture and the...
I
Brass
got
knuckles.
the picture and the brass knuckle. Don't have anything of hers on me anymore.
Yeah.
Well, we could easily get something. She's at the hospital.
And
You could,
surgical clothes.
you could just go
Like when
get a
we
piece of
found
her
her, all of
hair.
her stuff.
Farrah
Yeah.
points out that the picture and the knuckles, if they are hers, they should suffice. We just need something of personal value to the spirit. But Pharaoh begins setting up the seance. Is anyone here
Quick question.
Hmm?
If we use Phoebe's stuff and it does turn out to be her, could we use that to attract it?
Well, we'll try one at a time. If
Yeah.
Phoebe is actually the ghost, which I doubt, the seance is to contact spirits. If Phoebe's alive, then we wouldn't be able to contact her.
I know. I mean, like, we'll attract her, obviously, later on, if we could end up...
I mean,
This thing's causing havoc to the city, right? We could use it to lure it out, possibly, if it is Phoebe.
We possibly could.
Pickle, let's just do Ruby for now. Let her do her thing.
Or
Yeah.
Phoebe, because she seems to be the more angry spirit.
Well, Phoebe's not a spirit.
Phoebe's alive. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. But she needs to know who here is good at being a spirit medium, who's contacted otherworldly beings and ghosts and such.
I look at Ryu.
Ryu's like, I mean, technically, yeah. I'm in constant contact with an otherworldly being, so... So they begin setting up the seance circle, and...
Did he look
Alex-
reluctant or
Alex looks
anything?
at him questioningly, like, what?
Oh, by the way, on his shoulder appears a... Not like a pseudo-dragon, but the size of a pseudo-dragon. A full red-scaled dragon, just miniaturized.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Cute.
This is my patron. Dracus.
Okay.
Anyway, we will end session here and continue next time with Seance.
Sweet.
Yay.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.